It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Hey, hey. Your girl is back. Up front and center. It is 11:30, y'all. I'm gonna see who's gonna pop in. It kind of was gonna be a silent live, but I decided to just let my camera run. So if y'all pop in, y'all pop in. I'm in the mix of doing something, so I'm just gonna let it run, and y'all can come in. I appreciate it if y'all give me the thumbs up and y'all talk amongst each other. That's what you do. So that's what it's gonna do. It's just gonna run tonight, okay? I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna do some stuff. But I am here, and if I see people pop in, I'll say hello. But beyond that, y'all can just speak to each other. Because I might put a silent live. I might say, shh. Or don't say anything. Or don't say a word. Because that's how it is. But I'm here. I don't know if I'm going to ask a question, if I'm going to say anything. You know what? I might ask a question. I might. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many people pop in. Then I might put up a random question or something like that. Meantime, in between time, I'm just going to let it run. I might go ahead and mute it. I'll pop in. Let me mute it. Let me mute it. Hello, what's up, Tony, yo man? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you guys come in, hit that like button. Mary, hello. Your girl is just here. I popped in for a minute. So I'm gonna let you guys talk amongst you guys self if you want to. I might say a little something here and there. But between time, I might ask a few questions. It depends on how many people that come into the live, okay? So we're gonna see how it goes. That's all I can say. For right now, I'm just here. It's late night and it's a different time, and I just wanted to see if I can catch some of my subscribers that runs on a different time zone and see if any of them pop in. Because I got subscribers that's on different time zone. So I normally don't go live this late at 11:30, but I was up and I thought I'm up. I'm finna turn on my camera and I'm gonna see if anybody pop in. So if everybody pop in, if they come in and give me a thumbs up, and if enough people come in, we might do a little trivia and we might not. Or I might just let the camera run. So you guys don't have to stay the full time. Even if you just come in, give me a thumbs up, stay for about 5 minutes, chit chat with me, or just speak to somebody in the chat and move on about your business. Hey, that's good for me too. Because I'm going to stay on here about 30 minutes. And if I get a good crowd coming in, I'll stay even longer. Then if not, I mean, hey, it's what it is. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday. It's almost Tuesday. It depends on what time zone you're on. In some places, it is Tuesday because it's after 12 o'clock in some states. So like I said, you guys, I'll be checking in. It says I shared your live. I seen you shared the one earlier when I did Mary. I really appreciate that. And if you shared another one, I really appreciate that too. And anybody that comes in this late night, I appreciate it. I know a lot of y'all got to go to work. And some people ain't got to go to work because some people done hit the lottery. Some people rich, they ain't got to work at all. But either way, I thank y'all. And I'll conversate here and there, but I'm just gonna pop in and pop out because I know people might come in for a minute. Oh, excuse me, just to be nosy. And I know a few trolls will pop in, and if they do, that's fine. Let them stay. Let them do their thing. Do they do? And I'm just here trying to get that watch time. So Mary, y'all ain't even got to stay. If y'all want to stay, that's cool. If not, I do understand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna say it's silent, but I'll probably put a little a little answer up or something. And I'm doing paperwork and doing some other stuff. And just like it's a silent line, but it's not a silent. So basically, I'll come in every once in a while and then I'll talk to somebody. Because you know what? I want to ask a trivia question. Hold on. I want to ask you a question. Hold on a second. Okay, so I'm going to ask a trivia question every now and then. I'm going to ask this question real quick. And do not Google it. Do not go to your cell phone. And do not look it up. But I just want to ask you guys, and y'all put it in the comment. So, I'm going to ask this question. Who is the first person to be convicted of a speeding ticket when he was caught doing 8 miles per hour in a 2 miles per hour zone? So the question is, who was the first person to be convicted of a speeding ticket when he was caught doing 8 miles per hour in a 2 mile per hour speed zone? And that's the simple question, okay? What in the world? What? He coming here trying to spam. Hello, Spooky Boo. Let me read this here. It says, I am up nicely. I know I'm up too, Mary. What is this, Michael? Michael, what is this here? You trying to spam my chat? It says, I missed the rage. I missed the rage. What is it about the rage that you miss? Tell us about it. Since you miss it so much. What exactly, Michael 298. Michael Winter, tell us what rage do you miss? I mean, you came in the chat and you're trying to spam it with your rageness. What is it about rage that you miss? Just tell us. I wish I knew. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to say that I'm going to ask this question again. So the only two people in here really is Mary. So Mary, don't Google it. Tony, don't Google it. So I'm going to ask you guys again. Who was the first person to be convicted of speeding when this person was caught going 8 miles per hour in a 2 mile per hour speed zone? So basically the speed limit back then was 8 miles per hour. But this person, no, the speed zone, I'm sorry, they were doing 8 miles per hour, but the speed limit back then was 2 miles per hour. IV, hello, welcome. So I'm asking a quick question. Like I said, I'm going to pop in and out. I'm just going to ask a couple of questions, but this is one question in particular. You guys, y'all leave it in the chat, and I need to know this person's name. So I'm going to read the question for you again. Who was the first person to be convicted speeding when they were caught going 8 miles per hour and it was in a 2 mile per hour speed zone? So basically, back in 1896, this person, he was speeding and he was going 8 miles per hour, but the speed limit was 2 miles per hour. Who was it? He was speeding. He was going 6 miles over the speed limit. So IV is speaking to Tony, yo man. Mary is speaking to IV. Tony is speaking to IV. And Mary said, somebody said they don't know. Who was that? Oh, Mary says she don't know. So y'all can't figure this out? If Tim was here, Tim would figure it out. Tim or either Donna. Okay, I'm going to say the question one more time. Then after that, I'm just going to tell y'all. But I might put it up in the chat. You know, I might just go and put it up in there. The question was, who was the first person to be convicted of speeding when he was caught doing 8 miles per hour in a 2 miles per hour speed zone? Y'all can't figure that out. So I'll ask the question a little bit later. A little bit later. A little bit later. Hey, my friend. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Yep. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for hitting that like button. I'm just here. Couldn't sleep. A lot of people up can't sleep. What are y'all late night owls doing? Y'all still don't know who was the first person that was convicted, that got convicted of speeding? It says, I'm good. Well, welcome. So I'll say the question again. Who was the first person to be convicted of speeding? And I am fine. Thank you for answering. Asking. Yep. So I'll leave you guys to chit chat amongst each other. I'll probably be going inside. I'm doing some stuff. Y'all want to say hello, say hey. It says, I'm looking for a job. CDL over the road. Tony, your man said, I have no idea. So if you're looking for a job, CDL over the road, just go to CDL.com or drivers and then put in a mini application, and they will send your information through the system, and all the trucking companies, if they're interested, they will reach out to you, whether they got a truck driving school or whatever it is they're looking for. Okay, I'll give you guys the answer. It says, who was the first person to be convicted of speeding? Back in 1896. This person was caught going 8 miles per hour in a 2 mile per hour speed zone. And the person was Walton Arnold. Where did I get Harold from? Walton, like Sam Walton, Walton Harold was convicted of speeding. He was doing 8 miles per hour in a 2 mile per hour speed zone. So back then, in 1896, the speed limit was 2 miles per hour. And Walton Arnold was doing 8 miles per hour. And he got convicted of speeding back in 1896. So could you imagine going 2 miles per hour? Lord have mercy. 2 miles per hour. Oh boy was doing 8 miles per hour. He got a speed ticket. He got convicted. Baby, I don't know what I don't even know what the ticket was. Did he go to jail or what? But all I know is he got caught speeding, and he was going 8 miles per hour because the speed limit was 2 miles per hour. 2 miles per hour. That is a riot. It says too slow for me. You ain't lying, because at 2 miles per hour nowadays, that is called what do we call it? Creeping. You're creeping. And even with a creep, you're doing 5 miles per hour. At least you're creeping. You're creeping. But oh boy he got convicted of that. So he need to slow his roll. Okay. So I just wanted to ask that. Like I said, I'm gonna bounce back and forth in because I am bored. And your girl ain't got nothing better to do. So I ask y'all a question every now and then. Okay? Just to keep the questions rolling. Alrighty. That's one question. I'll pop back in from time to time, y'all. You girl just sitting here chilling. Because it wasn't really a trivia night. It was really just, y'all see the fuel aisle. Look at there. There's no trucks in the fuel aisle. You know, everybody is sleeping. Look, well, I ain't gonna say they sleeping, because as they say, somebody is always watching you. I feel like somebody's all watching me. I have no privacy. So, you guys are cracking up. He said, thank you so much. Yes, just Google CDL schools or over the road. Have a great night. Be safe. Thank you, and I appreciate you stopping by. Stop by anytime we do pop-ups. So if you're not subscribed, go right ahead and look for us to do pop-ups and come and join us. And no telling when I'll pop on. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. So randomly, like I say, whoever want to rock with me throughout the night, which is cool, I'm just going to leave my camera running until I get tired. And once I get tired, I'm going to turn it off. If a lot of people come in, they fine. If not, they don't. And every once in a while, I ask a trivia question or I ask something. And if you guys can answer it, that's fine. And if not, that's understandable. And if you fall asleep, just keep your phone running. No, I'm just joking. If y'all fall asleep, I do understand. But I'm here. If anybody want to talk about their day, y'all want to put in the chat what y'all did today or what y'all got planned for tomorrow. And if y'all don't, if y'all just want y'all phone to run, that's cool too. And y'all can see how slow it is. Ain't nobody in the fuel aisle. Do y'all see now? Well, there is a truck over there now. He just pulled in, getting fuel. But that aisle is normally filled up in the middle of the day. You can't even, the line be backed all the way up. So, I'm gonna mute the live, and I can see people come in if there's a whole bunch of people that come in, and I'll come in and ask another question. So we're done with that question. Like I said, I'll read it again in case anybody didn't hear it, and I'll tell you the answer. It was, who was the first person to be convicted of speeding in 1986 when he was caught going 8 miles per hour in a 2 miles per hour speed zone? And the person was Walton Arnold. Walton Arnold. He was convicted of speeding, going 8 miles per hour. So that was the first question that I asked for the night. And I will ask more throughout the night. I will stretch them on until I get tired and say I'm going to sleep. Right now, I'm going to flip the TV and see what's on, and I'll come back and I'll check on everybody. And if it's still here, if you guys are still here, that's cool. Mary said it shows 5 in the chat. Yeah, I don't know who's there, Mary. Maybe somebody's in the bushes. You know how people operate. They just sit in the bushes, be nosy, watch. They'll stay in the bushes forever. I mean, I go in people chatting, and I be in the bushes. I mean, if they want to stay in the bushes, hey, they're welcome to stay in the bushes. I mean, that's all good, too. And, you know, some people like that. Some people just like to come in people's lives, and they just like to observe, and that's okay, too. You know, but they're there. And I appreciate whoever gave me the thumbs up. And I'm going to see how it goes. Because I don't really go live this type of night. I'm getting a little tired. I'm still trying to wind down. And I think by the time I wind down some, then I might feel a little bit better. I might be able to go to sleep. And I appreciate those that are here that decide that they want to hang in with me. That's pretty cool. I really appreciate that. But I'm here. I'll go back and forth with you. I mean, I'm going to be back and forth. Yep. Your girl is here. Yep. I was going to read out that thing. Hold on a second. Oh, boy. Okay. I need some WD. This is the bushes is fun. Tonyo, man. Yeah, we figured bushes would be fun for you. He said the bushes is fun. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to read some little stuff and tell y'all how to make some smoothies. Hold on a minute. Let me tell y'all something. So out of my smoothie book, this smoothie book, it's called Green Smoothies. Juices, smoothies, nuts, milks, and tonics. I'm going to read a little bit out of it. I'm going to tell y'all how to make some things or two. Okay? So, super greens. So, I'm going to read some information to you guys in case you guys don't know. So, I'm reading out of this book. I'm reading about green peppers, kale, celery, chard, dandelion greens, and cilantro. Okay, celery. Celery has cooling properties that help maintain normal body temperature. It contains minerals that regulates the blood pH levels and neutralizes acidities, part of the same family as fennel and parsley. It gives drinks a slightly salty taste. It can be hard to break down. It's strenuous and even it's powerful blending, but it is great for juicing. That's for celery. So if you guys was wondering about if you want to blend some celery, hey, that's on you. Let's go with dandelion. Dandelion greens. Dandelion is rich in vitamin A and K. Dandelion greens are known to have purifying effects on the blood and the liver. These rather bitter greens are best combined in juices and smoothies with other green vegetables or sweet fruits. That's for dandelion greens. Okay? In case you guys was wondering. Let's go to cilantro. Cilantro, this powerful natural cleansing agent, has chemicals, compounds that binds with toxic metals and loosens them from the tissues. The fragrant herbs also contains anti-anxiety properties, relief intensives gas, aids digestion, calms inflammation, and lowers blood sugars and LDL cholesterol. So it sounds like cilantro is pretty good for you, in case you were wondering, okay? Then we got kale. Kale is another member of the Cerciferous family. Kale is a powerful weapon against bladder, breast, colon, ovarian, and prostate cancer. It is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, treating arthritis and common inflammation, with more calcium per calorie than milk. Kale is great for healthy bones. The waxy texture varies can keep blending until the crunchiness goes away. So that's for kale, in case you guys was wondering about kale. Mary says cilantro takes metals out of the body. Yes, that's what it says right here. Combines toxins, metals. It says that it loosens them from the tissue. So Mary is absolutely correct. Then you got the green pepper. It's juicy, crunchy green pepper or silicon rich have been shown to improve skin complex. This vegetable is also a great source of potassium, which balances the fluids, minerals in your body and regulate the blood pressure. So that's for like a green pepper. And then we got the chard. A chard is the leafy vegetable, comes in an array of different varieties: rainbow, Swiss, red, golden, and white. This dense vegetable is great to blend, full of vitamin A, vitamin C, and K, and is known to regulate the blood sugars level and provide anti-inflammatory benefits due to its high contents of flavonoids. So chard, I don't know if you guys like it or not, but it's all about what you like, okay? And that was my overall telling you about green peppers, kale, celery, chard, dandelion greens, and cilantro, okay? There's so many different things that you want to know and that can tell you. They got different breakfast. This is a 7-day green juice detox. So like day one, if you want to do like one of these detox, some of the stuff that it's got in here that is telling you to add 10 ounce green juice daily breakfast. So that's just telling you, this is my book I'm looking at. I'm just all over the place. I'm just bored doing things. I was trying to see what they tell you what to add in here. So, okay, so here it is. If you want to make a dandelion tonic, it's savory and it's spice. This juice is rich and different things. It's to help to cleanse your vital organs over well as giving your skin a boost. So it says ingredients: a pinch of cayenne pepper, 1/4 head of radish. It's a handful of dandelion greens, a thumb of ginger, and a squeeze of lemon. This is called a dandelion tonic. Sounds like a what do you call it? Like a drink where you get, you get wasted. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. But there's all kind of different. They got a green rocket tonic. These are all different things that you can make. Remember I told you guys about getting this book? And so what you would make with that is ingredients. You do 2/3 cups of coconut water, 2 handfuls of acerola, a red apple, a small bunch of cilantro, 1 jalapeno. And then you're supposed to adjust accordingly to taste. That's another tonic. That's one tonic. And then I got so many different tonics. And then this is another one. This is called a Green Giant Savory. So this Green Giant Savory, it says a head of broccoli, a small bunch of green grapes, a handful of spinach, and a half of green cabbage, and 1 red apple. And this is called a Green Giant. This is another drink. So you're supposed to juice all these drinks together. Just some good ideas from different things. You got a grass energy. This is another little fancy drink, another little tonic. Same thing. You're missing wheatgrass, orange peel. Actually says 2 orange peel and wheatgrass and mint. So I'm going to ask you guys another, when you guys get a chance, if you read, I'm still reading my books. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to ask another trivia. Hold on. I'm going to ask another simple one. Okay, which state in the U.S. has the highest fatality rate per million vehicle per mile, specifically for fatality? Let me read it again so I can get that coming out right. Which state in the U.S. have the highest fatality rate per million vehicles? Like if there is a million vehicles, which state in the U.S. has the highest fatality rate? Y'all can go every million drivers or whatever. But if you guys can answer, just say a state and no Googling or none of that. If you guys know the answer, put it in the chat. It says, which state in the U.S. has the highest fatality rate per million vehicle? Tony said Texas. No, not Texas. Not Texas. I thought Texas too, but it's not Texas. Which state in the U.S. has the highest fatality rate per million vehicle? Mary said North Carolina was at one time. I don't know. I can't remember. But it's not North Carolina anymore. So we got Mary and we got Tony. Y'all support me. It says Montana. And I was shocked that Montana is on there. And the question is, which state in the U.S. has the highest fatality rate per million vehicle? I might be reading that wrong, but either way, Montana is it. It's on there. It says, this is the way that it's reading. Which state in the U.S. has the highest fatality rate per million vehicle mile often added? And then it says Montana. So Montana taking it home. Maybe it changed over the years because I don't remember it ever being them, but that's who it is. Okay, I'm going to read some more in a second. Hold on, y'all. Y'all want to play some music so bad. Y'all just do not know. All right, here's a easy one. Okay, you guys should be able to answer this. All righty. What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Y'all remember Peter Pan? Peter Pan had a fairy. What was the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Does anybody know the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? What was the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Or better yet, what is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Tony, yo man got it right. He said Tinkerbell. Yes. Tinkerbell was the fairy. And the question was, what is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Antonio man got it, Tinkerbell. Mary got it, Tinkerbell. See, y'all is on it. Peter Pan. Do y'all remember Peter Pan pretty well? I remember Peter Pan, we used to run around those little tights and all that stuff. And the fairy name was Tinkerbell. And that was the question. The question was, what is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Did you Google that, Tony? I'm trying to figure out, how did he know the name of the... How did he know? What you watching Peter Pan? I'm just saying. You watching Peter Pan? I'm just saying, like, for real, for real. I just want to know how you know the name of that fairy. I'm just curious. I'm just saying. Do you guys want to know? It says, yeah, Tony. I'm thinking, I didn't want to go there, but I want to know, like, what you low-key watching Peter Pan? I'm just curious. And I appreciate everybody that's here. So you guys, let me tell you, do you guys know how to make pumpkin seed milk? He's laughing. He still ain't telling us. Okay, I got a question, you guys. Do you guys know how to make pumpkin seed milk? Anybody in the chat know how to make pumpkin seed milk? Pumpkin seed milk. Say yes or no. I ain't never heard of pumpkin seed milk. I'm not going to even lie. Does anybody in the chat know how to make pumpkin seed milk? It says, I used to have a crush on her. On Tinkerbell? Really? Wow. Donnie Yo Man said he used to have a crush on Tinkerbell. Oh my gosh. So anybody don't know, I asked what was Peter Pan's fairy name, and her name was Tinkerbell. And Tony Yo Man got it right. And me and Mary asked Tony Yo Man, how do you know about Tinkerbell? And Tony Yo Man said, I used to have a crush on her. And we said, really? And he said, yes. Tony have a crush. Hey, 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 Tinkerbell. So let's put it out there, y'all. Tony got a crush. He said he used to have a crush on Tinkerbell. Tony, yo, man, you still got a crush on Tinkerbell? You gonna go and tell everybody you got a crush on Tinkerbell? Tony, yo, man, said he used to have a crush on Tinkerbell. I know we need to tell Tinkerbell. That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, you guys, I'm finna read another one real quick. It says, if it's like almond, just seeds and water. So let me read it to you, Mary. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm back and forth. I'm doing half some trivia, and then I'm just reading little stuff out of my green smoothie book. For you guys don't know, this is my green smoothie book right here. See? This is a book that I read from, and I'm just reading some stuff out of it, okay? I don't know what this truck doing, where he going, or what he trying to do. But he needs to move, partner. He's trying to get in a parking spot back there. He's not even set up right. Okay, so let me finish. Let me ask some more questions. So, let me tell y'all. So, if anybody want to know how to make pumpkin seed milk, This is how you make pumpkin seed milk. So the ingredients is 4.5 ounces of pumpkin seeds, of course. So you get 4.5 ounces of pumpkin seeds. You get 2 dates, 2 pitted dates. Make sure you have 2 of them. And 2 tablespoons of honey, a pinch of salt, and 2 cups of water. You blend all the ingredients together, strain through a cheesecloth or a piece of muslin using the back of the label, and push through as much liquid as possible. That is how you make pumpkin seed milk. Pumpkin seed milk. Again, the ingredients are 4.5 ounces of pumpkin seeds. So I guess you get a measuring cup. You can measure 4. Wait a minute. Wait, dude. Oh, somebody in the back of him. He better watch out. So again, the ingredients for to make pumpkin seed milk is 4.5 ounces of pumpkin seeds, 2 pitted dates, 2 tablespoons of honey, and a pinch of salt, and 2 cups of water. You blend it all together and you drain it, and then you can put it in the refrigerator, and that's how you have your pumpkin seed milk. I'm quite sure that pumpkin seed milk would probably be pretty good for you. It's just dates are sweet, yes. But it said add honey too. And then you put it in the refrigerator, and that, I guess, is like almond milk, and that's your pumpkin seed milk. So that's how you make pumpkin seed milk, in case anybody was wondering, okay? All righty, there you go. All right, and then another one, if you want to know how to make chocolate cashew milk. Chocolate cashew milk. Now, some people might be allergic to certain nuts or got a problem with certain things, but if not, I guess you can substitute, or maybe some people don't like certain things. But the ingredients for how you make chocolate cashew milk, the ingredients is 3.5 ounces of cashew nuts, 3.5 ounces of cashew nuts, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of agave nectar, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2.5 cups of water. And you fully cover the cashews in water and soak them. So it says fully cover the cashews in water and soak for 30 minutes. Drain before using the fresh water. Blend all the ingredients together on a high speed. Chill before serving. If you would like this a little sweeter, just add more agave nectar to it. But that's how you make chocolate cashew milk. Chocolate cashew milk. Rocking with Cowboy. He said, hello, everyone. Mary said, hello, Cowboy. Welcome, Cowboy. I'm just up, can't sleep. Just decided to turn the camera on. Was about to do a silent live, but I figure whoever pop in, I'm going to chit-chat with them, okay? So, Cowboy, consider you want here. I'm going to ask you this question and see if you know before you pop in or pop out. Answer if you can answer this question for me. I'm asking him too. What was the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Do you happen to know the name of the fairy in Peter Pan, Cowboy? Rocking with Cowboy, it says, how much it takes to fill them trucks up. I didn't fill my truck up the other day. Cowboy said, I don't. He said, I don't. Joseph Ferris says, they aren't even worth building. What's not worth building? I'm so lost, Joseph. What exactly do you mean? To fill up a truck, I got 75 gallons worth of fuel the other day, Cowboy. And my tank, I have a 150-gallon tank. And I got 75 gallons. And it cost me, what was it? $500 some dollars, $6 or something. It was up there. So basically to fill up, it's probably almost $1,000 depending on what state you're in. Because fuel, diesel in certain areas, it's basically $5, $5.05. Or it could be higher. It just depends on what state you're in. Rocking with Cowboy says, Tony, yo man in the house. Rocking with Cowboy said, oh, wow. Yes, it's very expensive because I think whatever is going on is going on. So diesel is very high. I got diesel the other day in a different state. And I paid, You might as well, it was you might as well say it was $5 per gallon. And like I said, I have 150-gallon tanks. I have 75 on one and 75 on the other side. Of course, you know 75 and 75 is 150. I got 70 gallons of diesel the other day, and it was $500 plus, almost $600. So that tells you. And if I would have filled the other side, so it's going to run you $1,000 or so to fill up a 150-gallon tank. I mean, you know, you got 75 on each end. So it says, Tim, hello, Yolanda, everyone in the chat. Hey, Tim, welcome. I'm just up late night. It says how long it lasts. Well, depending on how heavy your load is, cowboy, and how far you're going. If you got a heavy load and you climbing hills and mountains, it's gonna last to the next day or that night. You're gonna be filling up again. It says Tim King in the building. Mary says, hello, Tim. Yes, Tim, we just up late night, just chit-chatting. I ain't got nothing better to do. I just decided to go live like I did earlier. I've been having a slow day, so I'm trying to get that little watch time in. And whoever pops in, y'all, I'm going to be here until I get tired. Y'all can stay for a minute, or y'all can stay the whole time and rock with me. And I'm just asking questions and reading stuff. And I did a couple of so Tim, I'm going to ask you real quick. Tim, or I asked Rocking with Cowboy, he don't know. What is the name of the fairy that was in Peter Pan? Tim, do you know the name of the fairy that was in Peter Pan? Rocking with Cowboy says they need to make them trucks with better gas mileage. Yes, they do. It says Tim, he's speaking to Cowboy. Tony is speaking to Tim. But not right now, not with everything that's going on, Cowboys. The prices are going to steady go up. And it's going to be higher. Every day it's going to go up. It could go up as much as $6, $7. I mean, after a while, diesel will be costing, it's going to be outrageous. Okay, Tim got it right. He said Tinkerbell. If y'all go back and read the chat, Tony, your man, said Tinkerbell. He said he used to have a crush on Tinkerbell. Rocking with Cowboy said, dang. And I got one more for you, Tim. I'm going to see if Tim would know this one. And I'm going to see if Rocking with Cowboy know. Where's that one that I asked? Where is it go? Here it is right here. Where is that one? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I want to answer this so bad. I wondered if Tim gonna know it. Okay, Tim, here it is. Y'all know Tim, and the reason why I'm asking Tim this, anybody in the chat, if anybody know Tim and his wife Donna is real good with trivia. So I'm gonna ask Tim this question. Tim, pay attention, listen. I'm gonna ask you too, Cowboy, but I'm strictly wanting to ask Tim this. Who was the first person to be convicted of a speeding ticket back in 1896 when he was caught going 8 miles per hour in a 2 mile per hour zone? So I'm going to read the question again. Who was the first person to be convicted of speeding in a speeding zone? The speed limit was 8 miles per hour. And this person in the speed zone at the time was 2 miles per hour. This was back in 1896. Do you guys know the name of the person? Rocking with Cowboys said, wow, that's a good one. Don't know that one. I know that's right. Isaiah, hello. It says Ford. No, it wasn't Ford. I'm asking a question. It says, I think the name. Yeah, you got it. It was Walter. He got it. It was Walton Arnold. So for you guys don't know, back in 1896, the speed limit was 2 miles per hour. And Walton, he decided to go 8 miles per hour. So he was speeding and he got convicted. He got convicted for speeding. Could you imagine going 2 miles per hour right about now? Could you just imagine? Man, that is something for real. Okay. So I'm going to ask one more. Like I said, you guys can hang as long as you want to hang. And if y'all go to sleep, I understand, because I ain't got to roll till tomorrow evening. So I'm going to be up all night. I can't even rest. I have what they call it, insomnia, whatever the heck you call it. Tim King got it. Isaiah says, dang. Every day living life with the king. Hey, Donna. She said, hello, Yolanda. Hope your night is good, going good. Yes, it is. We're just here chilling. I'm just doing a late night, and I just asked your hubby a question, and he got it. I asked him, who was the first person to get convicted of speeding, and the speed limit was 2 miles per hour, and this person was going 8 miles per hour, so they were speeding. So Mary said, hello, Donna. Okay, let's go to the next question real quick. Okay. Which state has the smallest population? Which state has the smallest population? Rocking with Cowboy said, hello, everyday life. Everyday life said, hey, everyone. Rocking with Cowboy said, Mary in the house. Okay, which state has the smallest population? Isaiah got it. It is Wyoming. Tim got it too. Isaiah, and yep, Tim got it too. Everyday said hello. Yep. The answer was Wyoming. And the question was, which state has the smallest population? And Isaiah, he got it first. And Tim came in. I think they are tied. They came in about the same time. But the smallest, I didn't know that though. I really did not know that Wyoming was the smallest state. If Shay was here, because Shay is from Wyoming. Okay. Okay, here's another one. Are you guys ready? What is the #1 killer of horses? What kills horses every year more than anything? What is the #1 cause of basically death, or however you want to say it, fatality for horses? That would be the correct way of saying it. Tim said, I almost said Wisconsin. I was going to say Arkansas. I ain't going to even lie, y'all. I'm sorry. Rockin' with Cowboy said snakes. Nope. Everyday living life. Oh, Tony said hello to Everyday Living Life with the Kings. Everyday Living Life with the Kings got it. It's colic. Yes. I did not know that. I know that affects babies, but I never knew that it got to horses like that. So the question was, what is the #1, killer of horses? And it's colic. And Tony said worm. Lord have mercy. Where do you get these answers from? So it's colic. Donna got it right. Tony, your man said worms. No, it's not worms. Donna, she said, I used to have horses, love them. Yes, so well then you would know. What is colic? Don't look it up, don't Google. It's hard to explain it. Donna, can you explain to him what is colic? Babies get it. Horses get it. It's like it messes with their stomach. I wouldn't exactly know the correct definition, so don't get me to lying. He said, what is colic? What's the best way to explain it to him? Rocking with Cowboy says, oh, it says deal with cows. He says, okay, yeah. So I don't know how to explain it. Maybe Donna. So Donna, what would you classify it as? Like a stomach virus? What would be the best way to describe colic, Donna? It says interesting. I never knew that. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. Because actually, I didn't know it. I thought just babies got it. I never knew horses got it. So I was asking Donna what would be the best way to describe it to him. Well, I keep needing to say everyday living life with the Kings. Only best way I might say is it's more like it's like you get a virus in the stomach, or maybe the stomach hurts really bad, or I don't know how to explain it. I know some babies get it too. So there it is. It's just like stomach pains. Yes, it's like a stomach pain. That's the best way we can describe it. Don't do it now, but when we end the live, then you can Google it and look it up. But don't do it now, because that would be cheating. Let's continue on with some more of these interesting questions. Topics, or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's continue on. Which tree is often used to make wine corks? Which trees are used to make wine corks? You know, the corks that you put in a bottle of wine? Which trees are those corks made from? Does anybody know that answer? And if you don't know it, that's all good. The answer was, which tree is often used to make wine corks? Isaiah said, the walnut tree. Nope, it's not a walnut tree. Tim got it right. It is a oak. It is a cork oak. C-O-R-K, like the wine, the cork that you put in the wine. So the question was, which tree is often used to make wine corks? And the answer is the cork oak, which is the same thing that he said. Tony Yo Man said rubber tree. No. No, 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 no. All righty. And let's continue on with another tree question. How many years have trees exist on Earth? How many years have trees exist on Earth? Everyday living life with the king. I know he a mess, huh? How many years have trees existed on Earth? Does anybody have a ballpark figure? Because I was just baffled. The question is, Isaiah says 3 billion. No, it's not 3 billion, but you was pretty close, but it's not billion. How many years have trees existed on Earth? Tim says more years. You're absolutely right. Anybody can get that? And the question was, how many years have trees existed on Earth? Tony Yo Man says 20 billion. No, you guys. I'll give y'all a hint. It is millions. I'll give y'all a hint. Millions. It is not in the trillions. It is in the millions. They have been around a long time, I tell you that. Way before I was even thought about. I'm telling you. I am telling you. 20 billion years. So, consider you guys can't figure it out. It says, Tim, it says, I'm stumped on this one. So, again, the question was, how many years have trees exist on Earth? And drum roll, the answer is 370 million years. Trees have been around 370 million. That's with an M, not a B. 370 million years. Again, I never knew. So, let's answer another tree question. How many trees are on the Earth to be estimated? If you estimated and had an estimated guess, how many trees would you say are on Earth right now? Just give me a ballpark figure. How many trees are estimated to be on Earth right now? Isaiah says, has to be billions. You're pretty close. If you went back with your answer before, how many trees are on Earth? What do you guys estimate? So Isaiah said it has to be 1 billion. It's a doggone lot. It's mind-blowing. Guess several trillion. Tim is the closest. It is in the trillion. He said several. It says 400 million. Nope. So far, Tim was the closest with trillion. See if you guys can come up with a number. How many trees are on Earth? Tim was close with trillion. Trillion. It is with a T. So Tony said 2 trillion. Close, Tony. Tony is the closest so far. How many trees are on Earth? 20 trillion. Nope, a little bit off. Rocking with Cowboy. Dang, that truck just blocked that red. Yeah, they don't give a doggone. 300 trillion. Tim got it. The question was, how many trees are to be estimated on Earth? It is estimated that there are 3 trillion with a T. 3 trillion. Oh, he said 300. Well, we'll drop the zeros. It is 3 trillion. Not 300, but yeah, Tim might as well hit it. It is 3 trillion trees. That's a lot of freaking trees. That is a lot of trees. A lot of trees. Like Isaiah said, that is a lot. I don't even think I can count to 3 trillion. I could try, but that's a lot of counting. Okay. Let's continue on, you guys. How many white-tailed deer are estimated to be in North America today? For all you people that hunt or know anything about deers, how many white-tailed deer are estimated to be in North America today? That's just an estimate. You don't have to be right on it. Just give me a ballpark figure with how many the little white-tailed deer are estimated to be in North America today. Tim said, I wasn't sure. I knew it was a lot. Yes, it's a lot. That's for sure. 3 trillion. Just remember that. If anybody ever asks you, hey, how many trees you think are here on the U.S., just say, oh, it's 3 trillion. And that's fact. Tim said 30 million. You are on it. And I think Tim knows that because he's hunts. But it is 30 million. That is a lot of deer. I was blown away. You know why I was blown away? Because you have deer, they hunt. My uncles, they hunt every year. I got people in my family are avid hunters. And to know that even when you are hunting, there is still 30 million of them bad boys bouncing around. It is unbelievable. 30 million. That is hard to even fathom. That is that many little white-tailed deer bouncing around. 30 million of them bad boys. I'm still just flabbergasted. I'm blown away. I really am. That is crazy. Everyday living life. He tries to take as many as he can out. Sound like something my uncle would do. He'd be on this back porch. Wait a minute, where my shot? Like, that is not legal what you are doing. That's what I be saying. Okay, here's another one now. In which state can you visit the Everglades? Which state can you visit the Everglades? In which state? Does anybody know? Mary said, yes, that's a lot. In which state can you visit the Everglades? Does anybody know? Florida. Isaiah got it. It is Florida. So in case you guys didn't know, he hit it right on the nail. In which state can you visit the Everglades? And it is Florida. Everyday living life. He said he would if he could, LOL. Yes. I know my uncle, please. They savages. And I don't care if one has passed away, but I'm just saying they savages. I'm telling you. Okay, let's continue on. Let me get some little tougher ones because we got some good game players in here that are real good. Okay. All righty. According to Einstein, what happens to the clock that are moving? Let me read it right. According to Einstein, what happens to a clock that are moving? What happens to clocks when they are moving? According to Einstein. Isaiah says too many gators and snakes there. Tony Old Man said it stops. Nope. So the question was, according to Einstein, what happens to a clock? What happens to the clock that are moving? What did he mean by that? When somebody asked him, hey, Einstein, what happens to clocks that are moving? What was his reply? Tim said they freeze. No, they don't freeze. Not according to Einstein. The question was, according to Einstein, what happens to a clock that are moving? I have no clue. Well, the answer is Einstein said they run very slow. They run very slow. That's what he said, and he's supposed to be Einstein. He didn't say they move or they sit still. He said they run very slow. And you know, Einstein, you know how he was. But that was his answer. Okay? So I misunderstood the question. I apologize if I said it wrong. I be trying to get them right, y'all. So I might be reading some of them wrong. That's why I try to read them over a few times to make sure I get them right. Here's another one. Which is the fastest moving hand on a standard clock? Which is the fastest moving hand on a standard clock? Donna said, Y'all should know that one. Which is the fastest moving hand on the standard clock? Don't look at your clocks or watches or nothing to try to figure this out. Which is the fastest moving hand on the standard clock? Tony, your man said the minute hand. You can't say that. The third hand, Isaiah said the third hand, the second hand. It is the second hand. It is the second hand. So the question was, I want to make sure I get it right. Which is the fastest moving hand on the standard clock? It is the second hand. Mary said the long hand. Tim said the second hand. He got it right. Isaiah said the third hand. The third hand? What the? Oh, okay, I know what he's talking about. He got a question mark. Nope. Antonio Man said the mute or the minute hand. Nope. And Donna said, So the answer was the second hand. So sometimes you guys do good, and I mean, some of them are like, okay, tricky. Let me move on to some other ones. I'm not going to say they tricky, but we're going to go back and forth with, you know, some different things and stuff like that. All righty? So, which is taller, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis or the Great Pyramid of Gaza? Which one is taller? The Gateway Arch in St. Louis or the Great Pyramid in Gaza? Which one is taller? Does anybody know that? What was the answer from Einstein? Let me see. Hold on. The Gateway. Isaiah got that right. It is the Gateway Arch. So let me go back with the Einstein. Tim wants to know, where is it at? Wait a minute. Where is it? Hold on, you guys. Let me go back to this question for Tim. So the question for Tim was about the hand. Oh, dang. Wait a minute. Come on. Where did it go? Okay. So here it is, Tim. And you guys, Tim got that one right. You guys got that, the Gateway Arch. The Gateway Arch. Everybody, whoever said the Gateway Arch. And it is 400 feet. Yes, you guys were on target with that one. I didn't think a lot of people would get it, but that was the one. Which is taller, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis or the Greater Pyramid in Gaza? And you got it right. It is the Gateway Arch. So everybody that said the Gateway Arch actually got that one. And Tim wanted to know the one about Einstein. Where did it go? Hold on, I just had it. Hold on, Tim. Oh boy. Where did it go? I got so many notes here. Hold on, y'all. Einstein. Wait a minute. I just had it. Did I misplace it? I'm going to find it in a minute, Tim. Hold on. Because I'm curious about what I asked my damn self. Wait a minute. Here it is. Einstein. No. According to Einstein. Hold on, y'all. I'm still trying to find it. Wait. Oh, here it is, Tim. Okay, let me read it again. You guys got the arch is very, very big. Yes, it is. So here it is, Tim. You wanted to know that question about Einstein again. And the question was, according to Einstein, what happened to the clock? You know, basically, once the clock is moving. So I might be reading it wrong, but the answer was, according to Einstein, what happens to a clock that are moving? Like once the clock is moving, he's basically saying what's going on with the clock. And basically the answer was, he's trying to say once a clock is moving, he said they run slow. They run very slow. So maybe I'm not reading it right, but his answer was clocks run very slow when they move. And the question was, according to him, what happens to the clock when it moves? And he said once a clock moves very slow. So I hope I'm explaining it right. It says everyday living life. It says the arch is very, very big. Yes, it is. Everyday living life said Gateway. Everybody answered it. Gateway. Isaiah says, I think the answer was the clock moves slow. Yeah, it says they run slower. It says, thank you. No, you're welcome. Maybe I did read wrong, Isaiah, but yeah. Einstein's answer was they run slower. So maybe I wrote it down wrong, but his answer was they run slower. They run slower. So I might have quoted it wrong, and I do apologize. Okay. So, and some of them, you guys, I might get them off, and I do apologize, but I'm trying to keep them as accurate. You know, as I write things down, I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I be rushing because I be working and trying to get to stuff too at the same time. Okay. All righty. Let's continue on. I think I might even repeat some. If I've already said that one, just say, hey, you've already said that one. So I know I did this one. Because I be having 50 things going on at one time. Y'all know it's a late night. I'm just doing something, okay? Now, let's continue on here. Now, starting with the letter L, name 3 cities that start with the letter L. Tim says, I can use that another. Yes. Brandon said, hello, Yolanda. Hi, Brandon. Welcome. Tim says, hello, Brandon. Okay, name three cities starting with the L, with the letter L, if you can. You have to name 3 of them. Mary says, hello, Brandon. So y'all can put it in the chat. That's the next one. Y'all can name, well, I guess you can name one, but I prefer for you to name 3 cities starting with the letter L. So Isaiah says Las Vegas. Mary is the city. She's saying this whole state. So Los Angeles, correct? Isaiah said Los Angeles. It says everyday living life. Is that in the U.S.? Yeah, we could do the U.S. Yeah, it's all in. Well, you can go whatever. Just name 3 of them. You can go in or outside. I need cities, though. It doesn't matter. In the U.S. or outside. Tony O'Man said, hey, Brandon. Tim says he got them London, Louisiana, and Lemon. He got 3. So 1, 2, 3. We need 3. So we need everybody to at least do 3. So Brandon said Lexington, Lemon, and Lane. That's 3. Everyday living life. She got London. We need 2 more from her. Okay. So well, I'll go with 1. So we got it right. So most people did 3. Lexington, yes. And I'll tell you the 3. It says hi guys. Brandon said hi guys. Okay, so I'm gonna name the 3 cities that was on the thing. It has London, Los Angeles, and Lisbon. 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 So that's the 3 that I have: London, Los Angeles, and Lisbon. So y'all name 3. Whether you name 3 or 1. And she's got Lexington, got London, got Lexington, Lemon, and Lane. Okay, yeah, y'all got 3 of them. That was on it. All righty, let's do another simple one. Name fruits that start with the letter P. I might have said this one. You can name 1, 2, or 3. Name any fruits that start with the letter P. Isaiah says, oh yeah, Lipson and Paraguay. Okay, yes, we got Brandon. It says country. Okay. Peach. Okay, everyday living life. She says peach. Tim says Donald trying to confuse me. Wait a minute, y'all confused. Wait a minute, I'm trying to keep up. Okay, Isaiah said pineapple. Okay, the fruits. So we got pineapple so far. We got peach. We got pomegranate. We got pineapple. Cool. Plum. Peach, plum, and pineapple. Okay, cool. And we got them down. There's peach, pear, and pineapple is what I have. Wait a minute. Is pumpkin a fruit? Wait. Hold up. Is pumpkin a fruit? Wait a minute. Let me think. Pumpkin. Wait a minute. Pumpkin. Is pumpkin a fruit? I think it is. I'm so confused. Wait, is pumpkin a fruit? Yes or no? He put it in there, but I'm just curious. I never thought about that pumpkin. Is pumpkin a fruit? Wait, isn't pumpkin a vegetable? Help me, y'all. Come on, Isaiah. You put pumpkin. Is it a fruit or a vegetable? It's a vegetable. Wait a minute. They aren't vegetables, or is it? Wait a minute. I'm going deaf. Eventually, I can hear. Okay, yes. Wait, slow down. Is pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? Hello, Chill Will. Welcome. She said, hey, somebody put that in the chat. We got to stop for a minute. It's a squash. But okay, but is it a fruit or a vegetable? It's a squash. Come on. Pumpkin has a vessel, so it's a fruit. Pumpkin is a vegetable. Wait a minute. Y'all confusing me. So Mary's saying it's a vegetable. Tim saying it's a fruit. Come on, y'all. What is it? Is pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? Now, Donna, it says she thinks it's a fruit. Oh my God. Wait, I'm confused. Wait a minute, y'all. We got to stop. No going any further. We have got to get this right. Anybody can Google. Somebody please Google right now. Just stop. Is pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? We're going to cheat. Now, see, Brandon said it's a fruit. How we know it's a fruit when everybody else says it's a vegetable? Is pumpkin a fruit or vegetable? Somebody need to confirm this. I don't believe you, Brandon. I don't believe I'm confused. And Isaiah started this. Tim said, Donna's trying to kick my butt tonight on this trivia. I'm telling you. But wait a minute. We need to know, is pumpkin a fruit or vegetable? Okay, wait a minute. Mary said pumpkin has seeds. It's a fruit. But okay, then somebody else just said it was a vegetable. I'm not doubting you, Mary. I'm not doubting the other person. But who do I believe? Is it a fruit or a vegetable? What do I do? I'm so confused. I don't see it's a fruit of a vegetable. It's growing, so let it grow. Oh my God. It says, I think Mary might be right. Let it grow. Look, Lord have mercy. Okay, Brandon said a pumpkin is a fruit. Everyday Living Life said, I think chefs want to say a vegetable. Mary said, I know. Wait a minute. Y'all, I am so confused. Wait a minute. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I've never had so many adults disagree. We acting like kids now. What? Then somebody just came in the chat said, just let it grow. Whatever it is. Like, so, wait a minute. Wait. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, you guys. I do apologize. I am sorry, but wait. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We got to slow down here. Let me take a chill pill, because I am so confused right about that. Oh my God. Isaiah started this mess. He threw in there a pumpkin. Everybody was on the road. And he said a pumpkin. Then he said he was confused. Then I was confused. Then Donna said, okay, y'all, I apologize. Let me get back on track. Let me stop messing. Oh my God. Oh, I can't with y'all tonight. Wait a minute. Let me get my composure, because he started this. Everybody was, he just threw in a pumpkin. I'm like, wait a minute, where did the pumpkin come from? Okay, let me catch my breath, y'all. I apologize. Let me start over. Let me start over. Now let me go back. So, wait a minute. I can't stop. Wait, I'm reading. Wait, y'all, let me stop playing. This is hilarious. I have never had this happen before. He threw me for a loop. Okay, wait a minute. So Brandon, let me start from what Brandon is. So it started off with Isaiah. He put in there a pumpkin, right? So Brandon said he think a pumpkin is a fruit. Then Everyday Living Life, she said, I think chefs want to say it's a vegetable. Then Mary said, I know. Then Mary said, tomatoes is a fruit, have a vessel from seeds. And then this marvelous, numerous person come in and says, the Baptist church was selling them and no one wanted to eat them. So how did the seeds growing? Okay, it's to grow flowers. Okay, so that came in and said, Yolanda lose it. I am not trying to lose it because you started this. So Tim said, it has seeds. See, that's what Mary was talking about. It has seeds. Those not no fruits is about. Okay, we got that. Mary is laughing. I'm so sorry. It's that I don't see it. I want to crave them. Okay, Isaiah, he's laughing. Don's laughing. It says they are coming back from the dead. Oh my gosh, pumpkin. So what is it? I'm crying. What is it? It says God bless Holy Evil. Okay. It says how can I have more flowers? It says 10. It says they thought I was sacrificed. Oh my goodness, come on. I was trying to grow more plants. Wow. It says a pumpkin. And here's Brandon again. He said a pumpkin is a fruit. LOL, Mary says be wrong. Okay, I have mangoes and latinos too. Okay, so avocados. What is it? Nobody still knows. No, I'm doubting you. Okay, so then after that, okay, so at the end of the day, y'all, I'm sorry for disrupting that. That mess was funny as hell because I never had so many people at the same time. All of you guys were disagreeing with each other. Some of you guys were saying a pumpkin and some of you guys were saying a fruit and some was a vegetable. So at the end of the day, it says they tried to freeze everything. I'm so confused again, but I'm not going to start it. So at the end of the day, we're just going to say a pumpkin is a fruit and a vegetable, right? Right? It says avocado has a seed. Yes, and I love avocados. Isaiah says, yes, it is, Yolanda, a fruit. Okay, so now we know a pumpkin is a fruit. Let's get off of this one because, man, y'all, I should have never asked that question. I should have never asked that one. Okay, it says pumpkins are fruit according to Google. Okay, no more Google then. Now we figured out a pumpkin is a fruit. Now we know. I never thought about that. Okay, everyday living life with the king. It says right, LOL. I am sorry, y'all, because that threw me for a loop. He threw in a pumpkin. I never seen a pumpkin coming. You know, I'm thinking y'all go say like, you know, like tomatoes or cucumbers or, you know, and he said a pumpkin. Like, what a pumpkin? What? Okay, but here we go, you guys. Okay, so it says your laugh is contagious. I'm sorry, y'all. You got me butting up with that pumpkin because that threw me. I'm like, wait a minute, where did he get the pumpkin from? Okay, everyday living life. It says I've known since second grade of pumpkins are fruit. I didn't know. Brandon, see, we learn something new every day. That's what I love about Triva because there's a lot of stuff that I did not know. Okay, so let's continue on, you guys. Name a country starting with a I. Name a country starting with a I. The letter I, like in Isaiah or is or it. Name a company, a country star. I'm still lost with that pumpkin. I'm just thrown away. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. It says, Tim, it says, wait a minute, let me go back down. Tim says, it says, but don't it all start with a C? Yes, you're right. Isaiah says pumpkin pie. Yep. There it goes. It says pumpkin is competitive with tomato. Okay, got you. Competitive. Iran. Okay, yeah, we got Iraq. Okay, we got that one. We got Iran. I'm still looking. It says they don't make tomato pie. No, they don't. Brandon, it says Yolanda, LOL. It says you got me cracking up. I'm sorry. Okay, y'all, so we're moving on because I'm going to start laughing again because I can't get over that pumpkin. I'm still lost with that pumpkin. And I didn't know that Donna said she knew since the second grade. It never dawned on me because I only get a pumpkin like at Halloween or something or whatever. I mean, what do they really sell that pumpkin is made of beside a pumpkin pie? What else was made with a pumpkin? Okay, after we answer this, that is the $1 million question. You know, Indonesia, yes, Indonesia. It says, I had tomatoes and berries until the lawnmower killed those. Okay. It says, I can't forgive that since I ran over them corn. Okay. All righty. I'm not trying to be rude to nobody, but so let's continue on with this. Y'all have named some different places here. I got Iceland. I got Ireland. I got Italy. I'm sorry. And Brandon put in there Iceland. Okay, cool. Okay, let's ask some questions in the chat real quick while we on this pumpkin since Isaiah came up with this pumpkin. What do you guys know? And Mary got it, Ireland. That's another one. Can you guys put in the chat besides a pumpkin pie? What else? What is made of pumpkin? What is pumpkins used for besides a pumpkin pie? I can't think of anything. Do not say pumpkin soup. I love pumpkin, but what do you love pumpkin in? Like, besides a pumpkin pie, what else is pumpkin used for? Can somebody help me? Don't say pumpkin soup or pumpkin pie. What else? That's why I'm lost on the pumpkin thing. Wait a minute, pumpkin spice latte. Okay, I forgot, rocking with cowboy, right, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin bread, that's true, every day. Okay, right. Okay, so you got pumpkin seeds, pumpkin breads, and pumpkin latte, and pumpkin pie. Anything else? But you got to be honest, y'all. There's not a lot of stuff that pumpkin is made with. Am I correct? Pumpkin spice moonshine. Oh, my. Pumpkin spice moonshine, huh? What else? It says, I love pumpkin seed. Yeah, Rockin' Cowboy said pumpkin seeds. She says, true. Mary says, in Mexico, they make pumpkin candy. Wow. And that's what Isaiah said, candies, pumpkins like candies, yam. But candy yams is different for pumpkins, yams. Yams is not, oh Lord, here we go with Brandon. Yams is not made for pumpkins. What? Wait a minute. No. I'm not even going there. It says, please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate that, Rocking with Cowboy. We're going to leave that alone with the yams. But I was just curious about what really is pumpkin made of. Like you said, you got pumpkin bread, you got pumpkin pie, you got pumpkin latte, you got pumpkin seeds. I love pumpkin seeds. Rocking with Cowboy says, you make me ready for Thanksgiving. Okay, you guys, let's continue on here. But at least we know, but you guys have got to agree, there's really not a whole bunch of stuff. Everyday living life, it says, same Cowboy, LOL. It says, yeah. So let's continue on, you guys. But I'm still stumped with this pumpkin thing. He threw me for, I'm going to be thinking about that all day. That pumpkin thing. That was a good one, though. I really like that. Because everybody was on the road. They were saying like regular stuff. And he popped up and he said, a pumpkin. I'm like, what? A pumpkin? That threw me for a loop, I must say. What exists in yams? What exactly is a yam? A yam is like a sweet potato. So I do sweet potatoes. I buy fresh sweet potatoes because I cook them like Sunday dinners when I'm at home. I make collard greens, I make sweet potato, black eyed peas, I make baked macaroni and cheese, or I do like some salmon or baked chicken. But sweet potato or yams are basically the same thing. You go in the aisle with all the potatoes, and you'll see the yams, sweet potatoes. They're like oranges. They look like orange color, brownish. And you just get them, you clean them, you slice them, and you boil them, and you cook them, and they good. A lot of people make, some people make sweet potato pie with their yams. To me, there's really no difference in yams and sweet potatoes. Does anybody agree? I don't think yams or sweet potatoes are any difference. I just don't understand what would be the difference. So Brandon, LOL, Cowboy, it says, go and call it a night. You are really enjoy. I appreciate you stopping by, Cowboy. It says, Tim, you got to try them. Yeah, yams are excellent, but I don't, I cook the sweet potatoes more than anything. Donna said, have a good night, Cowboy. Tim says, have a good one, Cowboy. Yes, when anybody ready to leave, you guys don't stay on my account because I have insomnia right now. I'm going to be up for another hour or so, and I'm just going to stay on the live and twiddle around until I get ready and shut it off and go to sleep. So y'all pay me no mind. If y'all ready to leave, leave. And I know that I haven't done a late live in forever, but I just can't sleep. And so I'm just up. I figured turn my camera on. Okay, it says, just like sweet potato. Yes, sweet potatoes are good. It says, so is a yam a potato. Yes, it's a potato, but it's a sweet potato. In case you guys don't know, the next time you're done at the grocery store, Tim, go over to the produce department. Go over there where all of the potatoes is at. They got like the russet potatoes. They got the red potatoes, the golden yellow potatoes. They got yams. They got sweet potato. Every potato. Go over in that area. And I don't know how y'all do y'all potatoes, or if y'all like potatoes like that. And buy just one or two. Clean them and slice them. And you could either bake them or boil them. And just put a little salt, pepper, however you want to, and try them. I guarantee you'll like them. They're really good for you. They have a lot of vitamins and minerals. Sweet potato pie with yams. Yeah, baby. Yeah, sweet potato pie is excellent. I make sweet potato pie every year. But my specialty is at home. I just do sweet potatoes, period. I like to get mine and put them in the oven and bake them. And I just slice them straight down the middle. And I put a little black pepper. Some people like a little sea salt on theirs. But that's what I do, because I don't like to have collard greens, because I love collard greens. That's one of my specialty. I don't like collard greens without having sweet potatoes. And then I got to have my cornbread, and my favorite cornbread is jalapeno and garlic cornbread. And then without my jalapeno and garlic cornbread, I cook a lot of different things. When I told y'all, when I come off, I'm going to change up my stuff, especially if I start running local again. And I'm going to have a cooking channel. Y'all going to see some of the stuff that I be cooking. I have a lot of Southern cooking habits that I picked up from my grandma. Like the northern beans and my white chili. There's so much I want a chili cook-off with my white chili. If you guys don't know what a white chili is, it's the northern beans, and the northern beans are kind of whitish, brownish. And I use chicken breast instead of ground beef. I use the white onions, all the sauces. So in other words, what the white chili is just the opposite of the regular chili, but you just flip it. And everything in there, the reason it's called a white chili because the beans are white, the the chicken, the onions is all, and it is just so good. And then you have the rice and the cornbread, but you've got to try it. I want a chili cook-off contest with that. I came in first place. Yeah, yay. Nobody had them ingredients like your girl did. But I knocked it out of the box. Now, I came in third place in the regular cook-off chili contest, but I can do some mean chili, baby. You ain't had no chili if you ain't had mine. If you know, you know. Okay, but that's another story. Y'all, let's continue on. Let me read some of the comments. Isaiah says, I like a sweet pumpkin. Yes, the pumpkin pies, yes. It says, Tim, it says, Yolanda, that cornbread sounds good. It says, I need that recipe. I love cornbread. Yeah, it's, I just do my cornbread with jalapenos and garlic. Like, I take a fresh garlic, you know, when you go in the produce section, you buy the bulbs of garlic, get it, peel it, and then you just hit it and let all the little enzymes or whatever those things are, and you dice it up real tiny with a knife, and then you get jalapeno peppers. I get the fresh jalapeno peppers and I dice them up really fine, and then I mix the garlic together and the jalapenos, and I make my cornbread from scratch, and I stir it up, and I drop the jalapeno and the garlics in there, and when it bakes in. Right before the cornbread is done, I put jalapenos right on top of it and let it bake in, and there you go. You got your jalapeno and garlic cornbread. It is the bomb. And I put a few other little ingredients in there, you know, to give it a little kick, a little taste. Isaiah, it says, I've never heard of white chili. Yes, white chili is good. Look it up. You got a lot of chefs that do it. It is a great chili, and it's with the white northern beans. You use white chicken breast. You use white onions. You use garlic. That's why it's called a white chili, because all the ingredients in there is all like the white onions. You got the white garlic. You got the white chicken breast. You got the white beans. Then you have the white rice. It is so good. Yes, but it's excellent. Chickpeas, Brandon. Okay. It says, I gotta try. Yes, try it, Tim. You guys will love it. It says white chili is good. Yes, it is. And if you know, you know. It is excellent. You got to know how to cook it. Everybody can't cook it. Just like everybody can't cook regular chili. Regular chili, they use that plain ground beef. You got to mix and put sausage. So you got to know how to cook food. You just can't be regular with it. You don't make chili, even the regular chili, just with regular ground beef. Who does that? You got to give it a kick. You got to put that sausage in there. You got to add that turkey. You got to mix that meat all together and make it meaty. And you got to add all them good old ingredients. You got to do the fresh tomatoes. You got to chop them. If you know, you know. You got to know how to do it. That's the only way you're going to win the cook-off. You got to make your ingredients totally different from everybody else. That's how you win the contest. It's all about the taste and the ingredients. And if you don't know what to put in there, you can't tell people everything that you put in there. Because the taste, that's what the judges, they're looking for. Everybody can make a chili. It's all about who chili tastes the best. Mine tastes the best because I won it. I came in third place with the regular chili cook-off and first place with the other one. So I know what I know. What is this cat doing? This dude has been here forever. Dude, get out the lane. He has been messing with that cat. Oh, I know. I see his light is out. Dude, you can't go nowhere with that heavy haul. He got one light that's working. His right side light is out. Man, I can't help you, partner. Okay, y'all, let's continue. I'm just gabbling. I done got all into cooking. Because if y'all don't know, your girl love to cook. I can cook anything from scratch. And see, that's my thing. I learned from my grandmother. I make pies. My number one pie that I can make is pecan pie. That's my number one off the chain pie. Well, I could do sweet potato and all that rest of them, but everybody love. And then my favorite dish that my family love, I'm the one to always make the baked macaroni and cheese. Every time. You gonna make that baked macaroni and cheese of yours? Yeah. So that's a different story. Okay, so we need the recipe. Yes, I'll get it. It says white chili is good. Yes, it is. I'll give y'all the recipe, but I can't tell you everything. You got to add your own twist. So basically, Isaiah, the white chili is you just go to the store and you buy some northern beans. They're like these white, creamy looking beans. It's called northern beans. You can get them in a can or you can get them in a glass. It's best to get them in the glass container. They taste anything in glass is better because it's like back in the day. They used to use mason jars and they canned everything in the mason jar. Then you get the white onions, you get garlic, of course, and then you do some chicken breast. You could either put the chicken breast on the grill or you can put it on the stove and fry it. And then you want to slice it up. You want to season it, of course. And you want to get like sea salt, garlic powder. You want everything that's white. That's why it's called a white chili. And then you just add all your ingredients in there, and you caramelize the onions, you marinate it, and it's all about taste and spice. And then you put all your fixings in there, and you drop all of the white chicken breasts in there. I grill my chicken breast. And then you put it in the beans and you add your onions, your garlic. You just do it all up. And all your seasonings and stuff is all about taste. And then, of course, you make you some rice. You got to season up your rice. And then you make your cornbread. And there it is. But I can't tell you everything. I'll tell you a little something, something. So there it is. Let me finish reading these comments. It says, Brandon, I don't know. Tony Yobi. Okay. It says, make me some good food. Yes. Tim, it says, I make chili with deer burger. Yes, you can do that. My uncles have done that too. They take their, when they take their deer, when they go hunting, whatever, it's a deer, what is it called? A deer, I was going to say a deer pressing place. I'm sorry, it's a deer processing place. I think I'm saying it right. Where they take it and the people own the place, they cut, they do whatever with the deer and fix it up and make the sausage and the jerky. I don't know, they pay these people, they take it there, and then they do the turkey and all. They cook meat and do chilies, and they have sausage where they scramble the eggs, and they do all kind of stuff with that deer meat. Yes, they really do. It says, Brandon, it says, yeah, that's good. It says, Vincent is one of the great in the chili. It says, Tim, it says, yeah, it is. Brandon, it says, Isaiah, it says, from pumpkin to southern cooking, love it. Yes, it says, Tim, it says, I have mine's processed. Yes, so you take yours to one of those places too, Tim, the processing place is what it called, processed, like the deer people or whatnot. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. I think that's pretty expensive when you guys take that there, because I think they charge you guys a few $100, $200-$300, but I don't think it's cheap at all. I never really asked the price, but I imagine it's pretty costly. It says, Brandon, it says some bin soup beans. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you guys, we got off topic. I'm going to ask a few more questions, but I'm going to still roll with it. And that's another one. You guys make, because IV made it too. And I don't know if you guys ever made a 5-bean soup, or you can make a 5-bean salad. All you do, the soup and the salad is almost the same version. With the salad, you just flip it and you put 5 different beans, and then you can cut up tomatoes and you can have olives in there. So let me tell you real quick about a 5-bean salad. You basically pick 5 beans that you like. And you take those 5 beans and you put it in a big old bowl. Of course, make sure they're cooked, whether it's pinto bean, black-eyed peas, lentils, what black beans, whatever. You pick 5 different beans, and this is a bean salad. Now, I'm not going to tell you all my secrets. And you cut up tomatoes in there. You have olives, you have garlics, you have alcohol, whatever you like in a salad. You add it in the beans. And then you put all your ingredients and your sauce, and you mix it in there, and you put that on a bowl. You can put it on top of a plate of lettuce, or you can just put it in a bowl. A 5-bean salad is good. It's high in protein. It gets you full. It's high in fiber. It has all kind of vitamins in there. That's a good salad. A 5-bean salad is what it's called. And if you don't like certain things like tomatoes, maybe garlic, jalapenos, you can substitute. But the main key and get the 5 beans you like. And if you don't like beans, well, drop that salad. And then you got the 5-bean soup, where you take the soup and do the same way, but now you got it in the soup version, where you make your own sauce and you add all 5 different beans, and you use, like the garlic, and you put all your seasonings and onions and different things like that. So again, I was gonna be a chef, so in case you guys wonder, I learned to cook not only from my grandmother and my mom, but gonna go to school too, and I went, and it's just too expensive. That's another story. But yeah, so I know a lot of different cooking recipes that I can throw down and tell you about. So let's continue. It says, yes, 5-bean soup is good. Yes, so Mary, you have made a 5-bean soup? Tim, it says, Mary, I love 5-bean soup. It is delicious, delicious. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like it because all them beans going to make me have gas. No, you can put a pinch of baking soda in there or a little half a teaspoon or whatever, and you stir. That's what my grandmother used to do. You're not going to have gas. Beans are good for you. Beans are high in fiber. They are natural, good fiber, and they fill you up. Beans are good for you. What about 3 beans? Yeah, you could do 3 beans too. You don't have to do 5. You could do a 2-bean or 1-bean, or you could just do a 1-bean. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could do a 10-bean salad, Isaiah. Yes, you could do a salad with just, say for instance, I like the black beans because when I go to Chipotle, I love their black beans. I just love black beans. I love pinto beans too. I love all beans, but my favorite is the black beans because to me they're more nutritious. Now that's another trivia question that y'all need to let somebody know. Which out of all the beans, which one has the higher content of vitamins or the best vitamins? You know, that's a question I should have asked. But you can, Isaiah, you can make a 1-bean. You can pick whatever bean you like or 2 beans you like, and you can put them in a bowl and make a salad with just those 2 beans, whether it's pinto beans and black-eyed peas. And you can put them in a bowl and add whatever you want and stir it up, and it'll work the same. At the end of the day, it's all good. What about 3 beans? Yes. Mary said yes. Tim King said you can put a potato in your beans for the gas. Yes. I forgot about that, Tim. Excellent. Yep. Beans have protein too, high in protein. A lot of people that don't eat meat, they eat a lot of beans. But a lot of people just got this stereotype about beans and having gas. You can eat just about any food and have gas. It's all about what you're eating throughout the day and your digestive system and stuff. And sometimes, you know, you can probably eat a piece of bubble gum and have gas. But you can put stuff in it to take care of that. So, yeah. So, y'all, let's continue because I know a lot of you guys going to fall off after a while. Y'all going to start leaving out on me. And then we got the next crowd that's going to come in because I'm going to be here for the trolls tonight. Y'all, if I start getting sleepy, I'm just going to turn the camera off. I was thinking about letting my phone run all night and do one of them silent lives, but I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. I would say Brandon says soybeans that I think is the healthiest most in them. I'm not quite sure which one is the healthiest. I've never really Googled because I like just about all beans because they're high in protein. So that is a good question. I don't know if which one is healthier, Brandon. I really can't tell you. I wish I knew. It says Isaiah, it says, I love soybean milk. Yeah, a lot of people love that soybean milk. So you guys, let's continue on with a few more trivia before you guys get off the thing. Okay, name a cartoon starting with the letter S, but do not say SpongeBob. You cannot say SpongeBob, okay? Name a cartoon that starts with the letter S, but you cannot say SpongeBob. Okay, it says, Brandon, I'm pretty sure soybean the health is, I'm not 100%. I'm thinking that the way because I read that once. Okay, Brandon, you probably are right. Soybean is probably the healthiest one. Name a cartoon starting with the letter S, but do not say SpongeBob. You can't say SpongeBob. A cartoon starting with the letter S, but don't say SpongeBob. Well, you can't say SpongeBob. Put it like that. Come on. Okay, Tim got one. He said The Simpsons, correct? Anybody coming? Isaiah says Superman. I'll go with that one. We got to, come on, give me a couple of more. Say something that's on my list. So we got The Simpsons. We got Superman. It's the number one that's on the top of the list that you guys should know, and it's not SpongeBob. Spider-Man. Let's go with some more. So I'm going to name a few of them in a minute. And the question was, name a cartoon starting with the letter S, but do not say SpongeBob. Striped Spider-Man. Okay, Brandon said that. I'm going to say one that you guys probably didn't know of. What about Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo. So now I said Scooby-Doo. Somebody said The Simpsons. It says a lot of them. The Simpsons, Spider-Man. You can't say SpongeBob, Brandon. SpongeBob we can't say. So, but you named a few of them. So the number one was on there was Scooby-Doo. So I should have said name the number one cartoon that start with an S, but don't say SpongeBob. And it was actually SpongeBob is number one. Then Scooby-Doo came up there. Do you guys remember Sailor Moon? What about Sailor Moon? Do you guys remember South Park? South, S-O-U-T-H, Park, P-A-R-K, South Park, Scooby-Doo, and Sailor Moon, S-A-I-L-O-R-M-O-O-N, Sailor Moon. Do you guys remember any of those? Those were on the list. Actually, it was SpongeBob, but you couldn't mention SpongeBob. And it was Scooby-Doo, Sailor Moon, and South Park. And Brandon said Snow White. Yes. But these were on the list, were the top ones. And it was Scooby-Doo, because I actually forgot about Scooby-Doo. Isaiah says Sailor Moon might have been before my time. For real? Yeah. And Snow White. Brandon said Snow White. Okay, let's continue. No, he didn't. He said Sailor Moon might have been before my time. Heck no. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. It says, yeah, Tony watched Speed Racer. I know that's right. It says LOL Speed Racer. That is hilarious. I didn't see Speed Racer. How did these comments be jumping? I didn't even see Tony Yo Man in here. I thought he was out of the chat. Okay, Tony Yo Man says Speed Racer. Oh yeah, Scooby-Doo. Yep. I don't know how these chats be jumping. Mary is laughing. Yes. Okay. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Tim, it says, Tony, I forgot about Speed Racer. X, Isaiah, X. No, it's not X. M? No, it's not M, Tony, yo man. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Tim got it, Omega. That is it. So the question was, what is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? And Tim got it. It is Omega. I don't know where y'all was getting these A's and these I's and these O's and these U's or whatever the deal is. But hey, it's what it is. You wouldn't know. Okay, let's continue on. It says, Brandon says, I think Speed Racer on Netflix or Amazon Prime. I forgot. Yes. Tony Yo Man said, what's so funny, Tony Yo Man? He laughing at Tim. What is so funny? Tim be on it. Him and Donna, man, they do not be playing. They do not be playing. Okay, you guys, let's continue. Okay, now listen to this very well. I'll try to read them correctly. Until the year 2020, what was the required height and range to be a pilot in the U.S. Air Force? What was the required height range to be a pilot in the U.S. Air Force in the year 2020? Don't Google. Oh, he said Tim Googling. Everybody thinks Tim be Googling, Isaiah, but we found out that Tim and his wife Donna, Everyday Living Life with the King, they are trivia people. They play trivia a lot for whatever reason. I think at their job with their family and everything. No Googling. Why everybody thinks you be Googling, Tim. I don't know. Sometimes I used to wonder when I first, but I realized they just play trivia a lot. Yeah, there's a few people that are good at trivia. I got a cousin like that is real good at trivia. But her and Tim would be toe to toe because she's fast too on it. She's very fast. Isaiah, it says, oh, okay, Tim is a smart man. His wife Donna be in here too. They be on it. They do not be playing. So you guys, until the year 2020, what was the required height range to be a pilot in the U.S. Air Force. Tim said, I miss more than I get right, LOL. Isaiah said, married too. Tim is a smart. Okay, so Brandon said 5'3" or 5'4". Brandon got it. It is 5 foot and 4 inches tall. Brandon got it. Isaiah said 5'8". Tim said 6 feet. Well, see, they've changed it though. So here's the way that it go. Let me read it to you because actually there's 2 correct questions. It's 5'4" all the way to 6 feet and 5 inches. Mary said 5'7". So here's the deal. Actually, Brandon got it right. Tim came in second. And yeah, that's it. So this is the way it goes. It says until the year 2020, the requirements for a pilot to be a pilot in the U.S. Air Force first started off as 5'4". Then it changed from 5'4", or you could be from 5'4" to 6 feet and 5 inches tall. So from 6 feet to 5 inches. But you still can be, like Brandon said, from 5 feet to 4 inches. So Brandon got it. And then Tim came next, which I did not know that. I really did not. I didn't think you could be that tall to be a pilot or whatnot, but that's what it was. Mary said 5'7". Nope, but that was the answer. That was the answer. Okay. I'm gonna ask a few more, and then you guys, I'm just gonna sit here and let it run. I'm gonna sit here and let it run. If you guys want to talk to each other after I ask a few more questions, that's fine. If not, I think I'm gonna let it run until I get myself sleep or get ready for bed. But right now, in between time, I'm just gonna go back and forth. All right, let me ask another simple one here. I don't know, some of the questions I might have asked, and if I ask, y'all can answer it again and y'all got it right. What is the most common speed limit in a school zone? If you're passing through a school zone and the light is flashing, what is the common speed limit in a school zone that you're supposed to slow down to? What is the speed limit commonly in most speed zones for a school district? Does anybody know that? If you were driving right now through a school, Isaiah said 15. Nope, not 15. Says Brandon, LOL. Says, I'm watching South Park right now. Isn't that something, Brandon? That's crazy. What is the most common speed limit in a school zone? Tim said 5. Nope. Brandon said 20. Brandon got it. 20 miles per hour in the speed zone. Mary said 35. Nope. Brandon got it again. When you are going through a speed zone in most states throughout the U.S., the speed limit is 20 miles per hour. 20 miles per hour. Brandon got it. So Brandon must know. Brandon, do you be speeding? Okay, and Mary said 35. Isaiah said 35 is a ticket. Yeah, 35 is definitely a ticket, Mary, in a speed zone. You skip and go, Mary, and you going straight to jail, baby. If you doing 35 in a school zone, Mary, let me tell you something, girl. You getting arrested. I'm keeping it real. He said ticket. No, Isaiah, she skip and go, and she going straight to jail. All right, because they going to think she drunk. I'm for real. Tim is... That is actually a couple here 5. Are you serious? Wow. That is pretty slow. That is creeping. 5 miles per hour. He said there's a couple of them there that is 5 miles. I haven't seen one that slow yet, but I imagine it is. I'm tripping off of Mary talking about 35. Mary, come on, sweetheart. You mean to tell me you booking through the school zone at 35? I can't get, girl, I know you playing. She said 35. Girl, do you know they will have you in handcuffs at 35 going through a school zone? Child, because they would swear up and down. They'd be like, she got to be on something, for real. She said 35. Mary, come on now. Girl, please. You was actually really speeding. You had some place you had to be. Huh? Mary said 35. Okay, y'all. Let's continue on. She said no. Let us continue on, you guys. Now, here's another one that's dealing with speeding. in most residential area or just traveling, and when you're traveling in different states and small towns, when you don't see a speed limit and they have to default, what would the default speed limit be? Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Listen very closely. In most, not all, in most residential areas, when you are traveling, when they don't have a posted speed limit and you are traveling, what would be the default speed limit for you to go in that town? Tim, it says, so imagine if you're 5 over here and you get a ticket for speeding 10 miles. That would be something. That would be something. And Isaiah got it right, 25. He knows that. He's on the nose. Basically, it's 25 to 30. So you guys, in case you don't know that, when you are traveling, especially if you're traveling out of town, and they do this a lot for, I guess, I'm not going to say just truckers or out of town people. Remember, when you are in small towns and the speed limit drop and you don't see a speed limit, that's called default. And when you're in default, there is no actually speed limit. So if you don't see a speed limit, I'm not going to say the law requires that, but you should drop down to at least 25. Don't go any lower. Well, you can go lower, but don't go any higher than that, because you don't see, in case you get stopped, you can say, hey, I just went in default speed limit. The default speed limit is 25 miles per hour, in case you guys didn't know it. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there with, because you know, if you travel and you're driving through, because even outside of my truck, I do a lot of driving. I love driving. I have been loving to drive for years. I can just drive. So when I go through small towns or places that, and a lot of them, they're what I call speed traps. They don't have a posted speed limit up. So what you want to do is break it down to 25, no more than 30 miles. You're better off, like he said, at 25. You right on the money at doing 25. Anything over that, you waiting on the ticket for sure. In some states, yeah, they are not playing for real. So you guys, I'm gonna ask a few more of these questions, and I'm just gonna kick back and chill, because I'm slowly getting tired, and I might end up turning this bad boy off. Okay. So again, here's another one. How tall is the head of the statue of Liberty? How tall is the head of the statue on the Statue of Liberty? Y'all know what the Statue of Liberty is. How tall is the head on the Statue of Liberty? Does anybody have like a ballpark figure? How tall is the head of the Statue of Liberty? Isaiah said 20 feet. Nope. Isaiah said 20. Nope. And the question was, how tall is the head of the Statue of Liberty? Brandon says 6 feet. Nope. Nope. Tim got it. He said, I think it's 17 feet tall, and it is exactly 17 feet tall. It says, how tall is the head of the Statue of Liberty? And Tim got it. It is 17 feet tall. In case you didn't know, now you know. Okay, here's another simple one. Okay, name a snack starting with the letter D. Oh, Tim said I went there. Brandon said it is taller than 6 feet. I wasn't thinking about that thing. It is huge. Yes, it is. Isaiah says, Tim, where? Oh, he said Tim went there. Okay, yeah, Tim went there. I don't know when he went there. He said he went there. Yeah, Isaiah. He probably went on vacation, him and his wife. It says, I went to Tim. Okay, you guys still with me? It says donut. Yep, Brandon got one. That's on the list. Donut. Name a snack starting with the letter D. Brandon said donut. Drumstick. You talking about a drumstick? Doritos is on there. That's number 2. Brandon said a drumstick. Lord have mercy. Okay, we're gonna go with a drumstick, Brandon. Okay, a drumstick. Tim said Doritos. We got donut. Mary said a ding dong. Correct. I'm gonna say dates, D-A-T-E-S, because I love dates. So we got dates, Doritos, ding dongs, and a drumstick. We got any more snacks starting with a D? All righty, y'all. As I said, it says, I can't think of one. Are you serious? So y'all can't think of no more snacks starting with a D. And he said he can't even think of one. Wow. And he's smart. He been in here knocking them out the box. And he can't think. To be honest, I can't think of nothing besides a date. Lil Debbie is not correct. I said starting with the D. And her first name is they go by Little Debbie. So technically, she gonna say Little Debbie. No, 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 no. Anybody can throw any more things in there? Any snacks starting with a D? It's kind of hard though, because you got donut, you got Doritos, you got dates. What else start with a D? That's why Brandon said drumstick. I don't even know what. There's not too many snacks that start with the letter D. Doritos, donuts, dates. I can't even think of anything else. What else starts with a D that's a snack? Isaiah says chicken drumstick. What? That is true. You guys put in some more answers in the chat of other snacks that start with a D. I bet you guys can't figure it out. What else starts with a D that's a snack? You got donuts, you got Doritos, you got dates. Okay, he said a drumstick. Tim said Dunkin' Donuts. That's a good one. Dunkin' Donuts. That's a whole restaurant. But okay, we're going to give him that. He said Dunkin' Donuts. Turkish Delight. See, now y'all cheating. Because, see, y'all can't think of nothing. That is really a hard one. If you think about it, that is really a hard one. I'm not going to even lie. Because y'all just making up stuff now. I'm for real. Y'all can't even think of nothing. Okay? I'm going to ask this one question, and y'all, I think I'm going to end it because I'm starting to get tired. I was going to try to keep it running, but I don't even want to keep it running because your girl's starting to get tired. It said, hey, it's a good snack, LOL. Yeah, I know that's right. Y'all, I'm going to ask this one. I'm going to go and shut it down. I was going to leave it running, but I don't feel like because I'm getting sleepy now. I'm going to turn on the TV. I'm going to watch some TV, and I might surf the YouTube streets, but I'm going to be asleep because I done got tired all of a sudden. I'm going to ask this little, it says dum-dums. What are those? Dum-dums. Oh, those are suckers, Brandon. Those dum-dums canned suckers. I know exactly what he's talking about. I forgot about that. Brandon said Danish. Yes. It is hard to actually think of snacks that starts with a D. You guys can't think of many, can you? Because it is hard. I know. That was supposed to have been a hard trivia. So I forgot about Danish. I forgot them dum-dum, those dum-dum suckers. Tim said Dunkin' Donuts. We got Doritos. We had Doritos. We had dates, donuts, drumsticks. It says, yes, we got them up in the 4 hours, LOL. Yeah, we've been on here almost 2 hours. I'm going to shut up. Hey, y'all, I'm going to ask this little question real quick. How long does it take for the sunlight to reach the Earth's surface? How long does it take for sunlight to reach the Earth's surface? Answer that one. Drumsticks and pumpkin. It says midnight, going to bed. Good night, Tim. Donna, good night. Little snacks. 8 minutes. You got it, Isaiah. 8 minutes. He was on the nose, y'all. Well, you guys, we had fun. And Isaiah got the last answer right. 8 minutes was correct. And I'll say I think the toughest one was the answer, everything, all the snacks starting with a D. Tim said 8 minutes. Nope. Isaiah got it right. It was 8 minutes. And you said Tim. Good night, all you guys. Thanks, and I appreciate that. This was great. I had fun. You guys have a good one. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Hey, hey, hey. birthday. I want to thank everybody for coming. Everybody for rocking with your girl for these couple of hours. Thank y'all for always tuning in and support. It's YOLANDA. Yes, Mary, it says we did enjoy the live. Yes, Tim, good night. Everybody, Brandon, it says I used to use this, but I can remember the sex. Anyway, everybody that was here, I want to thank everybody that came in. Tony, yo, man, I don't know if he's still here. Mary that was here. Brandon that was here. Tim that was here. We had Donald. We had Isaiah, well, living life with the Kings. We had everybody that was in here. And even everybody that I forgot to mention, everybody that stopped by, even the people in the bushes, thank everybody for coming in. It's YOLANDA. And I'm out. And about that pumpkin, that's a good one, right, Isaiah? He says, take care. Remember, pumpkin is a fruit. Isaiah's a mess. Thank you. That's a good one. I'm going to remember that. It's my birthday, Yolanda. Thank Isaiah for that laugh. I'm going to be thinking about that tonight, all night long. Y'all have a good one. Brandon, good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, Brandon. See you guys later. It's YOLANDA, and I'm out. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.